Hi class, and welcome to week 7. The first thing I want to let everybody know, just remind you of, is that you are in the home stretch. We have topics in this week's module and next week that are related. This week is diversity and universal design for learning, and next week is multiculturalism in the classroom. And they're broken out in this way, but honestly they could have been blended in any way. They all come together. There are 2 threads in this week's discussion forum, as there were in the research and methodology week. And in an effort to kind of try to move away strictly from just reading and writing, this week you're asked to go out and find a TED Talk video on a topic of either diversity or universal design that's of interest to you, and bring that back and share that with your classmates. The other activity is completing a learning career map. And what I hope for this activity is that you take an hour or 2 to reflect on your personal learning career. This can be from before, from preschool or before up through pursuing this Master's of Education in Adult Education that you're working on now. It can include formal and informal learning that you've engaged in. It can include gaps in your education and what caused those gaps. The idea is for you to reflect on yourself across a lifespan as a learner, and to bring that all together in sort of a visual timeline of some sort. It's something that I've got a sample that I uploaded to the class, and actually I found it to be a really interesting process for myself when I was making the sample for you all. The idea of Learning Map is introduced in the Reading by St. Clair, creating courses for adults. And so, you can take a look at that and find the context for that before you get started. That'd be a good idea. As you approach the readings, there's quite a variety of readings and videos this week. Read the context that goes before each. I would say you're not expected to read each chapter or article in depth. We tried to include some different voices without overwhelming you in the course. So read at least one of the resources in depth, and skim through the others if you're pressed for time. Just to give you kind of a look ahead, like I said, we're partway through the class, and I feel like from the emails I've been getting that the research and methodology modules and then the paper this week may have you feeling a little worn down. But after this week on diversity and universal design, next week, as I said, is on multiculturalism. There will just be one forum next week and a paper due. And then in week 9, you'll be reading about and drafting your own personal philosophy of teaching and posting that. And I think there are some responses due that week. In week 10, you'll be completing your final paper on theory to practice. And really, the discussion forum that week is mostly a reflection on the course, somewhat similar to the midpoint course evaluation that you shared, sort of what was most useful for you and what did you connect with most. There will be prompts in the discussion forum when you get to there. All of this is really just to say you're in the home stretch, and I think everybody, hang in there, you can do this. I want to let you know that I am traveling again this week. So tomorrow is a full travel day while I have limited access to my computer, as is Saturday. My hope is that I can do some offline grading tomorrow and get all of your papers graded and uploaded to the gradebook so you'll know where you are in the class and give you your feedback. If not tomorrow, I'll finish it up on Wednesday. And I will be watching the threads and reading what you post and respond and engaging with that as the week progresses. You may see me online visibly just once a day, but I do check my emails even when I'm out on vacation, and this week is a work vacation, not a teaching vacation for me. And so I'll be watching for your emails too if you have any questions and responding to those quickly. I think that's it for this week. If you have any questions, reach out to me and let me know. Talk to you soon.